doodlies. I hope you guys all having an amazing and brilliant day. So today I'm going to be doing a bullet journal video. This is the setup for the month of June, and as I promised last month, this is going to be like a bit of a different setup because I'm doing it all doodles, because I've kind of been avoiding that lately, and now I just feel like I sort of owe it to you guys and myself to just try to do a full out whole monthly setup is actually doodles. And I also decided to just do it black and white. I mean, later I mess it up with color, you can totally tell. But I think I'm definitely going to change that later because I'm just so tired of the color, strangely. Either with whiteout or just put a paper over it so I redo it. Anyhow, guys, I just wanted to put a huge disclaimer on this video because all the doodles are things I've copied from Pinterest or that I found. I like doing things that I come up with myself, but when it comes to the bullet journal or my own bullet journal, you know, I just want something that I can enjoy. So all of these doodles are taken and they were basically copied down to like the last little leaf, because I just think it's easier that way. I don't feel like any pressure to try very hard when it comes to my bullet journal. This is already taking so much time and I don't have time to just come up with new doodles. I'm just really good at copying things, and this bullet journal setup took so long, honestly. Like, I was sitting the whole day yesterday because I did everything in pencil first. If I was going to do this theme, I wanted to do it properly, and then I had to do everything in pen over it. I had to take so many breaks because my hand was hurting as crazy. Like, I haven't been to school in a while, so I don't really do that much writing and stuff. Usually when I draw or paint, it's not that detailed. I just do a lot of sketches, and this was just so many small details. And also I was sitting for many hours. I think I started at maybe 10 o'clock and I finished at 5 o'clock. Of course I had breaks and stuff, but that's insanely long. So yeah, I just wanted to do this as a plan with me instead of just a flip through as well, because I wanted to try something new. Also, there's a lot of changes in my life that are happening right now, and I don't know if I'm going to be continuing doing this stuff or what's going to happen. I'm not making any promises or anything. I just wanted to do something properly for once and not half-ass it like I did last month, and that's why we're not doing a flip through of last month either. So if you want to see weekly spreads of things that I haven't shown you guys, you can always follow me on Instagram, and it's the same as my YouTube name, LifeGoofer. And there I sometimes post weekly spreads and that kind of thing, the ones that I don't post on YouTube. Something you'll notice is that all my spreads are different this month. I've not done a single spread like I did last month, so they're all new spreads that I'm trying out. For my monthly spread, I've divided them into categories, and then I have a vertical layout, so I fill in for dance or appointments or that kind of thing. We'll see if it's necessary, if it works out. I'm really excited to have all these new spreads that I'm trying out. I did realize that if I have 2 events in one day, it's not gonna fit, which sucks. And also I'm scared that I'm gonna double book. So for example, I'll do a dance lesson at the same time as an appointment, because they're not right next to each other. Next, I have an expenses spread. This is also completely different. I think I saw this layout on another YouTuber. I don't know if it's Caitlin's Corner, maybe, I think so. And so how this works is that in the middle I have this pie graph, and the pie graph is how much money I want to spend in these different categories. And then in the categories are divided up to just a tracking where I write the date and what I bought and how much it cost, instead of having a day for day expenses tracker like I've used for so long. There's nothing wrong with that one. I really like that one, but I just wanted to try something completely new. So this spread looks really nice in black and white, but you'll notice later I completely ruined it with color, and I also used different colors from what I did on the other spreads, and I'm just Wilma, what were you thinking? But the way I'm going to use this, I think that I'm going to add the amount that I buy with the amount of the thing that I bought before, so that the last total that is said on each category is the total, so that I'm always keeping up with exactly how much amount I've spent within these categories. We'll see if it actually works. I'm really excited about it. So for the doodles on this spread, I basically took some fruits and berries, and I don't know, can you tell that the top ones are blueberries and then oranges in the left corner? I don't know, I'm really hesitant about this, and the only one that looks like it's actually the thing is the grapes. I mean, the strawberries, I looked up pictures of strawberries and they totally don't look like that. I don't know what was up with the doodle that I used, but oh well. Next is the habit tracker, and here you guys can see that I'm trying out some calligraphy. I have this Chinese pen that I bought when I was in China, and it works out really well, but it's kind of like a regular one because it's like a brush pen, and I feel like the strokes aren't as like confident in a way, but I think it's just me as well since I'm like self-taught and I'm really not that good. So actually it's something I really want to practice on. So for this month, I'm totally ditching the thing with these very many individual trackers, and I'm focusing on tracking a lot instead. So what I'm doing now is that I'm doing a horizontal layout, but also with the numbers on top. And so kind of like a standard sort of habit tracker. I think I got this idea from Caitlin's Corner as well. And how this works is that I have all my habits on the left side, and then I've divided those into categories as well. And on the bottom, I basically have a hobbies. So every day that I, for example, do bullet journaling or sew and anything like that, I'll color in a little box. And this is kind of instead of my usual time log that I had. I just think that when it comes to the summer, I shouldn't care so much about those kind of things. Not that I've been doing anything good the rest of the year, but I just feel like maybe I should try not to be so controlling. Not that I'm like OCD things about this sort of stuff, but I just want to try it out. Maybe it will feel better not to put so much pressure on myself. And we'll see how this works out. I remember when I did the standard layout before, I really struggled with the fact that when you get to the end of the month, I color in the wrong box for the categories because it's so far away, so I don't really notice, like where it is. I don't know how to say it, but I think a solution for that I'm coming up with right now as I speak is that you could just do like highlights every second line, and then it's easier to trace back, and then instead of coloring in the boxes, you could just do like an X or a cross or something like that, so that that would totally work, but that is not what happened. And but I really like this spread. I think it looks really pretty, and I hope it's gonna work out. Also, huge apologies for my head. It's kind of like unavoidable in like the situation that I have with my camera. Like I really tried, but it's just not happening. And usually when I see like the scalp of people on like camera, I'm like, ew, that's so gross. I can't take it. But looking at my own, I'm like, that's not so bad. But I don't know if it's just me because it's my own head, or if it's just like everyone feels it that way. So tell me what you think about it. Is it like super distracting? I'd actually really love to know. So for this, here I have my reading plans and my reading log. So these ideas are actually completely my own. I'll describe it later when I've had it filled in, because I kind of filled in the reading plans, and so it's going to make a lot more sense. But basically I'm using highlighting colors to mark what time period I am going to read a certain book. And then I'm going to just use the same colors for plants and log, and then later you'll see that they kind of like before and after sort of thing. You guys will totally see later. I also really like the doodles on the spread. I think they're so cute. They don't really match, like none of the doodles match, because some of them are graphic, some of them are more realistic in this monthly spread, but I just think in this spread they're just so cute. I really like the ones that I kind of found. Lastly, we have a weekly spread. So this is something that I used to do a lot before, where I had all my events at the top and then basically wrote all the other things at the bottom somewhere. And this one I kind of divided them, or the places where I write all the tasks, with just doodles. So these doodles are actually also really cute, but they don't really connect either to each other. So the little string where I had all these like small leaves at the top, I definitely changed those to be more regular so they fit more with the other doodles. So this is probably going to be the prettiest weekly spread of this month, because usually it's like I don't even have time to keep up with how good the first one is, and this is probably definitely going to be one of those, because I can tell already now that I'm not going to be able to do this much every single week. So before I show you guys the final flip through, I just fixed loads of things, erased all the pencil marks, which also hurts my hands so much, and did the color thing that I later regretted. But here you guys can see the reading plan. So what I do is I highlight a bare period that I'm going to read that thing, and then I use that color coding to write what book I'm going to be reading that period. And so if I'm writing or reading a lot of books at the same time, I'll just continue highlighting outwards. So it's pretty simple, and I'm thinking it might work. It's so much fun. I'm really excited to see how it works, and if you guys want a video where I do different types of reading trackers, then please comment that below. And here's a spread that I messed up on the colors. It's so ugly, I absolutely hate it. I'm definitely going to change it now after I've done this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys all have a really, really brilliant day. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye!